Hey, this is Rob Weiser from artofim.com. April 24th was Judgment Day for a lot of internet marketers. This was the day that Google rolled out its dreaded Penguin update. Now, you've heard of Google Panda, now they've moved on to Penguin. And they all sound so cute and cuddly, but they're anything but for a lot of us with internet marketing websites. A lot of marketers saw their page one rankings get demolished. I was just reading the Google Webmaster Forums, and it's just page after page of sob stories of people talking about their sites. They've had page one rankings for years. They've written hundreds of original articles. They say that they're totally white hat. They weren't doing anything spammy, and yet their site got slapped down to page 10 or 20 or even farther back in the rankings. So what's the deal with Google Penguin, okay? Well, with Google Panda, that update focused a lot on on-page factors, the quality of your content primarily. Now, Penguin focuses more on off-page factors. So instead of looking at the quality of your content, Penguin was primarily looking at the quality of your off-page SEO, i.e. the links pointing to your site. Now, this is kind of scary for a lot of people because in the past, it was pretty much assumed that if you had bad, low-quality links pointing at your website, you wouldn't be penalized for it. Google would ignore those links and reward you for the good ones, but they wouldn't punish your website for having low-quality inbound links. Well, with Penguin, it seems like all the rules have been thrown out the window, and sites got penalized, oftentimes very severely, for having low-quality links pointing to them. I saw one of my own sites get brutally slapped, and I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But a couple of weeks ago, my partner Jackson Lin and I released a course called Google Resurrection. We released it on the Warrior Forum, and it was a smash hit. I think we sold about 2,000 copies in less than 48 hours because people right now are panicking. They want to know what the heck is going on, how can they recover their rankings, and how can they protect their sites from the next round of updates. Because a source of mine who's very close to Google told me that in the coming weeks and months, we're going to see several more major updates that could once again turn the rankings upside down. And if you haven't been hit yet, congratulations, but your day could be coming soon. So there is a link below this video where you can see Google Resurrection. It's the new 2.0 version because Jackson and I have been studying Penguin. We've been talking to a lot of world-class SEO experts. I've been analyzing my own sites and how they were affected by Penguin. And we've come up with a pretty good game plan as far as how to move forward, how to recover your rankings if you were hit, and how to bulletproof your site from the next Penguin update. But as I was saying, this is mainly about having low-quality links pointing at your site. Now, how do you define low-quality links? Well, low-quality links can be links coming from a blog network. Blog networks are essentially networks of sites that are owned by one person or by a company. And oftentimes, they are charging a service. You pay a monthly fee, and you can submit articles to their blog network, and they'll distribute your articles, and you can put a link in there pointing back at your site. Well, a lot of these blog networks leave a very big footprint, and it's obvious to Google that they're all owned by the same entity, okay? And the purpose of this network is to manipulate the search engine rankings. It's all for SEO purposes, basically. And when Google can detect that, they punish the network and all the sites that are being linked to from it, which may include yours. Now, not all blog networks are bad. A lot of it comes down to quality control. There are blog networks that pretty much allow you to submit anything. You can submit just tons of spun articles and junk. And those are the blog networks that got punished really badly. Actually, Jackson Lin wrote a couple of really good blog posts on artofim.com where he analyzed a bunch of blog networks, including ones that he has his sites in, and revealed some pretty interesting results which you'll want to check out. So be sure to go to Art of IM and read Jackson's posts about blog networks and whether they are dead. The answer is no, they're not dead. Not certain ones, at least. Certain ones are still thriving, and you should get in on them. Now, back to low-quality links. Other types of low-quality links might include links from low-quality articles. If you're submitting articles and you're doing article marketing to build links to your site, if it's a bad article, if it's badly written, if it's spun, if it's duplicate content, low-quality stuff, Google can now tell all those things. So all your links coming from junky spun articles out there are actually hurting you now. So you can't really do much about that. You can't take those articles down probably if you submitted them to article distribution networks. but it's time to knock that off, okay? It's time to focus on submitting high quality content because those inbound links are now being scrutinized by Google Penguin. Other low quality inbound links might be links that contain too much anchor text repetitively. In my case, I told you a minute ago how one of my sites got slammed by Google Penguin. Well, I analyzed it. I sat down with a friend of mine who's a top SEO expert, and we looked at all of my backlinks. And what he came up with, what we figured out, was that I was repeating my anchor text way too much in my links. We used a website called ahrefs.com to analyze my backlinks, and what we saw was page after page after page of the same anchor text being used in my links, which looks very unnatural to Google. For example, let's say you're trying to rank for the keyword California car insurance, okay? Now, so then you start doing some SEO, maybe you outsource it, maybe you do it yourself. There's articles being submitted, linking back to your site. Maybe you're posting in forums. You're doing all those, you may be using social media. You're using all those avenues, right, to build backlinks to your website. Now, if all those links say California car insurance over and over again, that looks totally unnatural to Google. Think of it this way. If you have a high quality informational website and all these websites out there are naturally linking to you because you're a good source of relevant quality information, right? They're not going to all use your keyword to link to you. They don't even know what keyword you're trying to rank for. So if they mention you on their blog, they're not going to say, click here to find out more about California car insurance, and then those 3 words are the link, right? They're more likely to say something like, click here, and I'll show you where I bought my car insurance. And the words click here are linked, okay? Or they might just post the URL of your site, and that's the link, all right? Or they might have a long keyword phrase. It might have a long anchor text phrase. It might say, click here and I'll show you where to get great deals on California insurance for your car. And that can be one big long link. Now, when Google sees all these links, it looks much more natural. Your backlinking profile looks real. So when you're doing your SEO from now on, you want to make sure that you're mixing it up a lot. It's okay to have California car insurance there, or whatever keyword you're targeting. It's okay to have it in there with some of your anchor text, but it should be like maybe 50%. And the other 50% will be anchor text like click here, or your URL, or other variations on your keyword that look more natural to Google. So with Google Penguin, really the bottom line is, a lot of it is about looking for over-optimization. Google Penguin is looking for people who are doing heavy SEO. SEO, by definition, is breaking Google's rules, terms and services rules, okay? They don't want you doing stuff that in any way tries to manipulate the search engine rankings. So really, SEO is straight up is against Google's policies. So you've really got to be careful to disguise what you are doing and to make it look as natural as possible. So, as I said, Google Resurrection 2.0 is now out. This was the smash hit course that exploded on the Warrior Forum recently, and now it's on ClickBank, and I urge you to check it out, because like I said, there are more updates coming. We recently updated the book and the course to include all new information on Google Penguin. It tells you how to recover your rankings and come back from a big slap, but it also tells you how to bulletproof your site and protect it against these future updates. Because as I mentioned before, you may be cool right now, you may have not seen a drop with this last update, but the big drop for you could be coming soon if you don't take the right measures now. All right, so click the link below this video, give Google Resurrection a look. The future of your internet business could be at stake, and I'm serious, man. If you don't believe me, go to the Google Webmaster Forums and read some of the tales of woe that are on there. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of people saying that their business got wiped out literally overnight. They lost 90% of their traffic and they don't know why. So this is serious stuff. It's only going to get tougher, but if you apply the right tactics, you can sail through this and actually thrive, because your competitors who don't know these tactics are the ones who are going to get hit real hard. Okay? This is Rob Weiser from Art of IM, and I'll see you next time.